everyone. Today I'm going to be listening to a band called Tiamat. It has sort of an ancient godlike feel to it, doesn't it? The title of the piece is The Scarred People, and I have just a little paragraph to read and then we will listen. Tiamat is a Swedish metal band that formed in Stockholm in 1987. Initially the band had the name Treblinka and a style of black death metal. In 1989 they changed the name to Tiamat after the Babylonian goddess representing the primordial sea and forebear to other gods. Well, I didn't remember that, but somehow I guess I've run across this name somewhere in my life because, as I said, it has sort of an ancient godlike feel. Now I know why. All music refers to early Tiamat as one of the leading lights in symphonic black metal. Okay, so this is one of those darker bands. I've listened to a few along the way, never really fallen in love with one, but I'll taste it again and see what I think of this band, this piece of music. The Scarred People is their 10th studio album, released on November 2, 2012. So not their early stuff, but kind of recent-ish, if I may say so. Let's see how it sounds. I don't know, this could be a 20th century English band at the English composer at the beginning here. Classical. Wait, hold on. The 7 seas! Over the 7 seas careened. Well, of course. 7 seas, but somehow, when I heard that, I immediately thought of Queen's 7 Seas of Rye. Although this is completely different. Really, though, since I paused anyway, what a grand, epic-sounding opening. And in that regard, it's not so far different from the 7 Seas of Rye, is it? Even though the sound is so different, but there's a grand, epic feeling of royal entry. There's this flair. Well, let's see where it goes from here, because a bit different than I expected.
Emily tipped to fly. I see you through the wings of white. Over the 7 seas careened. And you didn't yet unseen a withered rose of blue, a blooming rose of doom, scattered all around, for the heavens to abound. Unlike the sweetest cream, with loneliness extreme, Emily went to play on our sacred day. One love in red who loves darkness, and one love in white who loves darkness, one love in black who loves darkness, one love supreme who loves darkness, little butterfly who loves darkness, one tear to cry who loves darkness.
Really nice.
Emily went to play when gold turned into clay. The morning drained at night, all our beauty left inside. The soaked in reality, not much more to see. She disappeared into the haze in her own peculiar ways, like the sweetest cream, with loneliness extreme. Emily went to play on that sacred day.
It was Japan, which was very strange. I was there with a group of friends, and we had a few drinks, and I was jet lagged, and everything became surreal. The sense of girls taking their clothes off for you, and you were sitting there looking, not knowing what to do really.
I don't know what that is, but somehow, as I'm listening to it, what is that piece? Uncle Albert. Somehow, as this jumps in here, it just reminded me of Paul McCartney's Uncle Albert, because I listened to that not so very long ago, and such an interesting piece of music. It doesn't make me think of the death metal, doom metal that I've listened to. It's a strange combination. I think Wagner, Elgar, Rammstein, and then these random little moments of Uncle Albert. Okay, interesting.
And you were sitting there looking, not knowing what to do really.
One love and red to love's darkness, and one love and white to love's darkness, one love and black who loves darkness, one love supreme who loves dark, one little butterfly who loves darkness, one tear to cry who loves darkness, 1,000,000,000 angels love darkness, 'cause even God loves darkness.
See, this gives me the Rammstein vibe.
Was weird. I felt quite uncomfortable actually. But
Can't quite follow what's being said here. I'm not sure I'm supposed to know what's being said, but look at words.
Shy and prude, that sense. Before that I was once in Canada with Canadian friends who took me to a strip club where they apparently have it more in their culture.
That comes
More
from.
happy and natural and relaxed about it.
And this motif. Big clock chiming. I don't hate the piece. actually, I find myself fascinated by it. I don't know if it's a piece of music that I would find myself listening to over and over again, but I feel like there are things about this piece that I would like to know and understand. I want to see if there's maybe some background story to the piece. It's called The Scarred People. I want to know what that radio voice is talking about, if that can be known. I want to kind of experience this several times over, because it feels like something that has enough. In some ways, it's simple. This motif, dee 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 da dum bum bum. That's basically what it's built around, right? But they did a great job building it around that motif, and then the lyrics are not so much sung as perhaps we could say chanted, so they don't really add a lot of melodic content to the piece or even harmonic content, but at the same time, they're an important part of the piece. And there's all of this coming in, this funny mix of, okay, is it some grand epic, retake on the Seven Seas of Rye? Is it something quirky, humorous, like Uncle Albert? And we get ourselves all into it, and then we realize, oh, it's a joke. But the title makes me think probably not a joke. The Scarred People. And as I'm looking at the text here, I don't know who this Emily is. Emily took to flight on see-through wings of white, over the seven seas careened, in beauty yet unseen. What great lyrics these are. I mean, as far as just the reading of them. And I'm a bit sorry, actually, that the piece of music didn't kind of delve into what they have to offer musically, because I feel like, but then there's probably a good reason for it, because you don't want it to get too theatrical, or we really would be tending more towards Queen, wouldn't we? And this is not supposed to be that. A withered rose in bloom, a blooming rose of doom, scattered all around for the heavens to abound, and like the sweetest cream, with loveliness extreme, Emily went to play on that sacred day. I mean, this is fantastical, fanciful, semi-religious pagan epic story material, isn't it? And it gives that feeling of, oh, we could really do something fantastic with this. And then this whole section, one love in red, who loves darkness. One love in white, who loves darkness. One love in black, who loves darkness. One love supreme, who loves darkness. One little butterfly, who loves darkness. One tear to cry, who loves darkness. And on, 'cause even God loves darkness. That line stood out to me. Even God loves darkness. And of course, we could take this in many different ways. We can interpret it in many different ways. But as I'm looking at the title, The Scarred People, I begin to think that this is perhaps, and this is me not knowing if there's more information about the piece than what we had in the introduction. Maybe if we do some digging and I do some exploring, perhaps I can find some more about the story behind the composition, or maybe not. Maybe because sometimes bands don't tell what inspired a piece. But as I get to this line, 'cause even God loves darkness, and I take that along with the title, The Scarred People, I feel like this is a piece of music which could be showing us the beauty of that can be found in people who carry a lot of scars and are perhaps considered too dark or not not material for public display. Maybe they're depressed. Maybe they have traumas. Maybe they deal with PTSD. Maybe they're physically damaged. All of these things which are considered unattractive and undesirable and dark, should be kept out of sight, they're not model material. They're not inspirational material. They aren't the American happy life material. This is the stuff that we have to keep out of the way if we want to keep this idea of perfection and positive thinking alive. And I feel like perhaps this is one of the things the song is getting at, is when it says, because even God loves darkness. And it's taking us on this journey into what this darkness has to offer. Love in red, love in white, love in black, love supreme, a little butterfly, one tear to cry. All of these things which we find in people who have lived real lives and have experienced darkness, and perhaps some of that darkness is still carried within them. Perhaps they've become darkness, and yet even God loves darkness. And I don't know if that's really what the song is about, but somehow that's what stands out to me, not knowing anything else about the context of the piece. And I love that line, even God loves darkness. And, well, of course, if you go biblically, God created light, God created the world, God created all the beautiful things. It's easy to forget that, it's easy to talk ourselves into believing that perhaps God doesn't love the dark so much. Perhaps darkness is something evil. But even God loves darkness, especially when it comes to scarred people. And, that's my take on it at this moment. I may explore this piece some more. Who knows if I'll come back and share any further thoughts with you here on this channel. But anybody who is familiar with this piece and has something to add to the conversation, I'd be delighted if you comment, and I'll be following along and see how the conversation develops. I'll see you soon.